MP, what's up, bro?
T-Mac, man. All right, so what'd you do to get past that?
Man, I needed to talk to someone.
He is what any young player should aspire to in either aspect of the game, and had a great work ethic. He was a prime example of excellence, to all the necessary preparation to be the best in the league.
Everyone's still finding their footing in this early part of the season, Grant. How important is it to get off to a really hot start?
Oh, it's so important to get off early to a...
Substitution. Group getting ready for the Timberwolves. Reed's checked in for Gobert. Anderson comes in for Karl Anthony Towns. Prince is checked in for McDaniels. And it's Alexander Walker in for Noel. MP announced as the NBA Player of the Week. What an honor.
It is, and I must say, a very deserving selection. MP had a great week, and he hopes that play continues tonight.
So, on the floor for San Antonio, Keita Bates-Diop out there with Kim Birch. Then there's Devontae Graham, and it's man in at the 2.
That's their plan, to get him an opportunity to finish in tight. That's a miss they can live with.
Out to the right wing. The 3-ball. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
That's 3 buckets in a row off assist.
Minnesota has gone 3 of 4 on threes here in this first quarter. Pass to Prince from deep. The rebound by the Spurs. Coming off that win against the Sixers.
Yeah, they connected from outside all game. And the defense had absolutely no answer for it.
And you talk to coaches around the league, and they'll tell you sometimes the ball just goes in. It's as simple as that.
Here's Edwards. He's got 15. That's tipped. And it's out of bounds to Minnesota.
Minnesota ball.
44 seconds left in the opening quarter. Just 2 to shoot. From deep. The shot by Alexander Walker, no good. On offense, here is San Antonio. Good momentum, 8 straight points. And that one's good, man. The front office got a lot of blowback when they made MP their first-round pick. Most of the fans had their eyes set on Shep Owens.
I know it was a tough decision. As a GM, you don't want to alienate your fan base, but at the same time, you have to do what you think is best for the club in the long term.
There's 31 seconds left in the first. Edwards against Graham. Pass to Prince. Here's Alexander Walker. Back to Prince. 5 to shoot. Ooh, and once again off the mark by Minnesota. Lets it fly. And again, it's San Antonio converting.
And they keep trading punches. Both teams in a groove early.
You have to think at this point the winner will be the one to settle in on defense.
And a good game so far as we conclude the first quarter. Spurs out in front, up by 2. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in a moment.
Making their way onto the court are your Minnesota.
And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. All right, guys, what's your take on the Spurs so far?
Well, it's simple. When you can dominate the boards at both ends, you can control the second chance touches.
And rebounding numbers, sometimes we overlook them, but they can have a big effect on the outcome.
So, on the floor for San Antonio. At the 2 and the 3, it's Vassell and Johnson. Then there's Zach Collins, and it's man in at the 1.
And in trading for Rudy Gobert, the Timberwolves taking a Twin Towers approach with 2 7-footers in their front court. Of course, the outstanding shooting of Karl Anthony Towns means that spacing shouldn't be much of a concern.
Pass to Alexander Walker. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark.
You gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
And that one's good, man.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Outside McDaniels. Now here's Gobert. Collins defending. Pass to Noel. Lets the three fly. Another miss by Minnesota.
It's hard not to want payback when you give up a three at the other end, but it can force you to rush things.
The Timberwolves have got none of their first three shots to fall so far in the second. Gobert with it. And just about a minute and a half has passed here in the second quarter. And that one drops for him.
This is Gobert going to work. I mean, he knows the inside contact can't stop him.
Here's Mann. On target from range. Mann's got 22 points.
And far from the best shot, but all that matters is the end result. Somehow he sinks it.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Well, guys, the NBA markets itself behind star players, but Commissioner Adam Silver understands what makes the game tick. He said, quote, "This is a team sport. In order to truly win championships and compete at the highest level, all the players have to come together."
So true, Allie. Thank you.
That was a good look for him from mid-range, but just couldn't make the defense pay.
And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Drains the triple.
When you let a team knock down that many threes, you know you're likely to be on the wrong side of a run.
Offensively, it's been a struggle for them.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
Pass to McDaniels. Fires from deep. They get it back. Stayed with it, but couldn't get it to fall.
And right now, they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
Sinks it from distance.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
For Minnesota, they've gone 1 for 6 in the second quarter. Not great. And Minnesota calls time here. You know, with all the dunkers out there, some players make sure they don't end up on too many posters. Grant, you ever make a business decision?
Yeah, you know, I made a few business decisions through my career. Look, as a
the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. It's the Spurs up 3. And we'll see you back here after the break. Third quarter action in just a bit. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. So it's a narrow victory for the Timberwolves, pulling it out for the W. This one was in the balance right until the final second.
NBA, they showed their character when it mattered most, sending those fans home happy.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. This is Brian Anderson, along with our 2K
Ash, not one chair?
I don't do chairs.
So what about your guests? We all just gonna stand, stare at you?
Guests? No. Did you come in here to drag me from my office decor, or do you want to prep for Top Takes Daily?
What you got there, Ashley? Huh?
Bunch of hopefuls.
I mean, tell you the truth, I really wouldn't have noticed it if people...
MP, let's stay with the draft for a moment. A big part of the
I mean, look, Shep would be a great...
MP, you know we keep it real on here. I gotta ask
you. Yo, honestly, that's just who he is.
Well, this has been unforgettable, and I'd love to continue this conversation, but unfortunately, we are out of time. MP, thank you for joining us.
Wait, so that's it?
It's been a real pleasure. Yeah, and then we got to wrap things up, but you have been a...
You know what? You see the best plays from the community right here on 2KT. But I'm going to be honest with you. Some of the stuff we see is pretty hilarious.
And we save them for this weekend because it is April Fools. It's time for our annual 2KTV top bloopers plays, and I pulled some of my own this year.
Uh-oh, anything can happen in 2K.
Definitely. Take a look.
And while it's still very early in the season, the top teams, Greg, have already started to distinguish themselves across the NBA. Changes for Philadelphia. Harrell, he's checked in for P.J. Tucker. DeAnthony Melton comes in for Tobias Harris. And it's Shake Milton in for James Harden. On the court right now for the Spurs. They've got Collins. Monte Graham is out there with Devin Vassell. Then it's D, and it's Bates Diop in at the small forward position. Back to Milton. Pass to Harrell. And here's Melton. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
San Antonio ball. Into the lineup for the Spurs. Ronald.
And here in the first, about 3 minutes in, pass to man. Lays it up off the glass.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Well, certainly, Clark, the 76ers, the past few seasons, have given their fans plenty to feel good about.
Yeah, and you know, those Philly fans are really hard to please. They have great expectations and knowledge to go along with it. But you're right. I mean, it's been much easier to look on the bright side in Philly recently. The talent and results have been trending up in recent years.
On the wing, Milton. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, Milton, no good.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
And the trend they'd love to continue right through the next 3 quarters as well.
Inside, man. Scoring his third straight basket in 3 tries.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
And here is Milton. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Graham against Melton. And it's blocked by man. To the inside. Embiid with the steal. And now Philadelphia on the break. Maxey's running.
There aren't many players with a quicker first step than Tyrese Maxey.
And I love the way he uses it to his advantage, Greg. I mean, he's got an athletic advantage over most of the guys that are defending him, and he'll exploit it every chance he gets. But that quick first step and fearlessness, lethal combination.
And the 76ers making a change here. McDaniels checked in. Spurs also with the sub. Bassey's checked in.
Making it look effortless. Send this guy to the stripe. He's going to cash in more than not.
He gets it in there. 8 points for D. On draft night, many people wondered where MP might land. But, Greg, you think he was worthy of that 18th pick?
Well, I was a little surprised to see him go in the first round. But clearly his team believed in him. And the leadership and intangibles he brings are really hard to ignore.
Nice pass from the point guard, Graham, there. Loves getting the ball over to his open teammates.
Here's Maxey. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
15 foul.
Free throw good, Maxey.
Tyrese Maxey taking 2 shots.
He hits both from the stripe. With 1 on the clock, and the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
You love it when a big man has those soft hands. Rarely any problem converting that close to the rim.
For San Antonio, they have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. And a high-scoring first quarter. Both teams really filling it up. Spurs lead by 2. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Spurs.
Everything working for them inside so far, guys. Tons of high-quality shots that they're knocking down inside.
And another thing Coach will be thrilled with, the assist numbers, spreading the wealth and creating some offensive opportunities.
On the court for San Antonio here in the second. Jones is out there with Devontae Graham. Then it's D, and it's Bassey in at power forward. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Thank you, guys. Now, Tobias Harris has been the leading scorer on teams in the NBA, but on the Sixers, he understands his role is different. He says, I'm not a guy who's going to press for looks. The ball's going to flow how it flows, and I just got to be ready when the opportunity comes my way. That's what winning basketball is all about. Kevin?
David, thank you. The feed to Harrell. Rebounded by the Spurs.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And, you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
And he's had an excellent performance overall from the field.
There's the pass to Melton. Philadelphia moving the ball around. And it's sent back by Mann, and he recovers it. The shot's good. Harrell's got his first points of the night. Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. Pass to Mann. The basket is good off the assist from Graham. Graham's got 5 assists in the game. Harris outside. to the right side. 5 to shoot. Here's McDaniels. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
And that outstanding drive and finish brought to you by Mobile One.
It's all about the ability to get 2 feet in the paint, whether it's creating for a teammate or for yourself.
You know, Devontae Graham was raised in a share-the-ball system, so he's more than willing to just make the next pass.
Oh, and it looks like that's going to be a goal. So they'll get the basket.
Yeah, that's a tough call for the refs to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
Some changes for Philadelphia. Embiid, he's checked in for Harrell. P.J. Tucker. They lead by 4. And guys, James Harden continues to be one of the most dominant offensive forces.
Kevin, I don't think there's any.
And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. It's San Antonio leading by just 1. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly Daniels checked in for Philadelphia. D, he's checked in for San Antonio. McDaniels is out there with Joel Embiid. Then it's Harden. Then there's Maxey. And it's Harris in at the 3. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia.
Yeah, that's good vision from Harris. I mean, he draws so much attention himself, so he's become a capable passer.
And here comes Harris leading the fast break. And slam dunk by Harris.
You gotta love his hustle, leading the defense with no time to react.
And you know you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Bucket is good. And that's 21 points for D. With how well MP has been playing lately, it's a little surprising, Greg, that more fans haven't gotten behind him.
Yeah, I mean, he's giving them what they want, unless what they wanted was Shep on. Then it'll take a lot of great nights for MP to satisfy those fans.
Down low. He kicks it to McDermott. To the paint. Here's man, guarded by Embiid, and too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Ken Burch is checked in for McDermott.
Into the lineup for the Spurs, Ken Burch.
You gotta love strong defense, especially when it comes in the form of harsh rejections. Wow.
Boy, he is all over that shot. I mean, had it read the whole way, got himself in the position, and then was able to make the play.
Greg, Father Time is undefeated, and every player has to make the decision when it's time to retire. How big a factor was age for you?
Well, you don't want to leave anything on the table, but your body will tell you when it's time. I know that was the case for me. And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Man gets the bucket. Guys, close one here. No team getting a huge advantage.
Yeah, tooth and nail fight so far, guys. These sides match up really well.
On the wing, Harris. Outside, Maxey.
2 minutes remaining.
He's looking for Embiid and finds him. Moves back up. That's another look. Got a hand on it, and he gets it back. And man, is this team on a roll right now offensively, Greg. So fun to watch.
They're playing with so much confidence, which is why they're tearing it up on this end.
Harden finds Maxey. Misses from short range.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Yep, it counts. And now it's a 3-point Spurs lead.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
And the 76ers call time here. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate. with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Man gets the bucket.
And he continues to put in work in the paint.
The 76ers trail by 3. To the middle. Here's Harrell. Man with the rebound.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game here.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Oh, what an impressive dribble drive. That replay brought to you by Mobile One.
And that's the kind of bucket they needed. Close game in the second half. Great finish on that one.
It's deflected. They recover it. And it's the Spurs ball. They're on a 15-6 run. Man gets the bucket. Man's got the lead up to 7 now for the Spurs.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
On the wing, Milton. Graham defending. Here's Harris. Here's Harrell. There's another block.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle. And as we end the third quarter, a great game. Both teams playing well. Spurs. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Well, you can't run away from the DNA. When he's running the show, he makes sweet highlight reel plays night in and night out.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. On the court for San Antonio, they've got Jones. D out there with Collins. Then there's Devontae Graham. And it's Zohan in at the small forward.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And how? I mean, they're taking this defense to task, taking them to school. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
Here's Maxey. And it's sent back by Man. And it's out of bounds. The 76ers able to retain possession here. James Harden, he's checked in for DeAnthony Melton. San Antonio also making some changes. McDermott's checked in for D, and it's Vassell in for Devontae Graham. Harden against Jones. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Milton. Embiid. It's good on the putback.
Embiid right there to get the rebound and put it right back up. Excellent anticipation.
Pass to Sohan. Back to Vassell. Banked in off the glass. And the Spurs lead by 9.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long, everyone.
Great game tonight. You really had it working on the offensive end.
Oh man, man, my shots were falling tonight.